Hey there everyone, I'm the GeekMaster and welcome to my latest video game pickup video. Since the last one a couple of weeks ago or so, I've been out 3 times. I've managed to acquire, I think, 20 games, which is more than I anticipated or planned on acquiring. And these have come from shops where I've been out and about, eBay, and also people I know. As I said, there's been 20. I'm not going to do them all in this video. I'm breaking it up into 3 sections. I will have 9 games in this video, which are the ones acquired from going out and about. I will have another video with 5, which are games from other people I know. And the last 6 will also be ones I got while out and about, but are for the Nintendo 64. For those of you that do not know, the Nintendo 64 is my favourite console. I'm going for a full European PAL cartridge only set. There's 239 games. I'm at, well, I was at, before the ones I'm going to show in that video, 166. And I've acquired 6, so 172. But I am waiting for one in the post. Hopefully that will come before I record the video. It'll be 7. But Royal Mail, to be honest, have been shocking lately, especially around here. And these parcels are drip feeding through. If that, we're getting mail maybe once, twice a week most if we're lucky. So hopefully it'll arrive. And if it arrives, hopefully it'll be this month, the way it's going. So yeah, Royal Mail. Anyway, so I've been out 3 times, I think. I went out today on the day of recording this, which is the 16th of April. Had to think for a minute. Quickly popped into CX in town. A couple of games there. I popped out last Monday to CX in town. So we got 1 game there. And the other 6 are from the day before Easter on the Saturday. Went out to a few local towns. A couple of game shops. And I got 6 games there. And that Saturday is where I picked up 5 of the Nintendo 64 games. The other one came through eBay. So, yeah. I'll go into more detail in each video. So, starting off with the random games. So, these first ones are the ones I acquired out and about last Saturday. Well, not last Saturday, because technically that, but yesterday, the Saturday before. It was, what, the 8th of April, I think? Day between Good Friday, Easter Sunday. That's Saturday. That's the point. It's a Saturday. So I took advantage of the £2 single bus fares. Went to Chelmsford. Went to Miso Retro Gaming, which I believe I shared before. And went into Basildon. Miso's kind of in between. Stopped off in a town nearby called Billericay as well. And I found plenty of games out and about, be it in the CXs, be it at Miso. Even in Billericay, the charity shop. One in particular had loads of games, but nothing that really caught my eye. Although there were definitely some top title PS2 and Xbox games there. But yeah, I said nothing that really caught my eye. But that's probably because I'm not really the biggest Sony fan. I really enjoy my PS3 and PSP. I've got a PS2, but I'm not, well, Sony only, to be honest. Xbox. Again, wasn't really much I wanted. Was some games for both systems I would have liked, but they're ones I already had. So, but also the prices were a little bit thingy for a charity shop. A couple of bargains though, I would have said. But the other thing is I kind of like rushed because I was having to travel to all these places by buses. So obviously you got the journey times on the buses, which is slower than a car. You've got to wait on the bus stop. You get the story. Anyway, should we get to the games? Or would you rather hear about my random bus adventures? Let me know. Okay, so I think it's going to be a bit backwards. Starting with Basildon, then Miso, then Chelmsford, which is actually the opposite of what I did, but there you go. So, the first game acquired is for the PC, which is a nice change for the channel. Not I can play it, because I do have a PC, but not one that's old enough or whatever to play it. Because I think this game came out like early 2000s. And the case is a needs a clean because it's sticky. Thank you, CEX. It is Star Trek Elite Force 2. So this one is, well, a sequel to Elite Force, which was focused on the Voyager TV series, which, by the way, is the best Star Trek series by miles. Maybe I'll do a video on Voyager. This starts off with Voyager's final journey, where they are returning from the Delta Quadrant back to Earth. Massive spoilers for the series there, but it came out in 2001, so yeah, whatever. And then once they get back to Earth, there's other missions. So I've played the first one plenty of times. Haven't really played this. I have done a small amount. Still a good game. I think I prefer the first one, admittedly, which is purely set on Voyager. But it's a good solid shooter. There's a horrifying Borg there. I mean, wouldn't like to wake up to that, would you? Yeah. There's also a random Romulan woman. So, yeah. Quite prominent boobs, I must say. So, yeah. Complete. With a neon green disc as well. But yeah, this was £5 in Battles and CX. Wasn't even looking for it. Just thought I'd check the PC games, because you never know what you'll find. Saw it, was like, ooh. So I bought it. So yeah. Star Trek Elite Force 2. Same shop. Showed this game on the Wii U in the last video. And now it's on the Wii. Angry Birds Star Wars. Not going to go into details, I did that in the last video. But it's Angry Birds with Star Wars characters. Really. I mean, you got Luke Skywalker as a chicken, as a bird. You got Darth Vader as a pig. You get the idea. So, yeah. This one isn't complete, or is it? I don't know. All I know is it's got a little leaflet saying, instructions for the game, please go to the Activision website. So, helpful. But yeah, this was only like £3 or something. Okay, so the next game is one of two games I planned a day for, and would have cost me 110, but I had credit for it, so I'm happy with that. Kind of feel a bit ripped off, if I'm honest, but I just want to take it where I could. And it is The Legend of Zelda Four Swords Adventures for the GameCube. So this is £75 in CX, or 110 box with the GameCube Game Boy link cable. This did have the cable. In fact, I've gone and traded it back in. But I didn't have a box, so maybe I should have seen if I could have got the box price. There you go. However, there's not many of this game boxed, or the unboxed one, on CX, and they're very sporadic, like where they are. None near here, really. I think there was one in London, it's not there. There's one in Welling Garden City, which is probably like was the nearest after that, but that's gone. So it was credit rather than cash anyway, so I just decided, you know what, screw it. Let's pay the 110 credit, just get the game where I can, to be honest. So here it is. It's the last GameCube game I need for Zelda series, and the case is a little bit thingy. There's a little rip there. There's that. However, these are all on the case, not on the sleeve. So I'm going to swap the case over, and then we should be all good. Also, I said not only is it awkward getting there, but when I was in the store, I could check it, and it's complete. I mean, it's a little creased manual, and it's got a little sticky bit there, but I'd rather that than no manual, if I'm honest. And I might be able to get a better manual at some other point. But happy to finally have this one and get the last Zelda on GameCube. So yeah, as a Zelda fan, very happy to have this. And as I said, I think I made the right decision paying that 110 just to make sure I got a copy I could check. Otherwise I could have been sitting there with that credit, which I had actually acquired to get this game for a long time. And who knows, if ever I did find it, maybe in a wasted journey, it would have been that manual, or it would have been back edition. Who knows? So yeah, this one you play as a link gets split into 4 different links, as you can tell by the 4 swords and the 4 different colour links, and you have to work together. So it's a nice concept. There's also one, I think, for the Game Boy Advance, which is what I think it's from originally. So yeah, also, disclaimer, yes, I said I traded the lead back in. I already have one, so I can still do it. But yeah, Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Adventures, so happy to have that. And this one I also saw in Basildon, and I think it was the last one of the lot from Basildon. This was £3, I think. For the PSP, it's a game I also shared last time, Star Wars Battlefront 2, which is, as a whole, epic. I don't know what this one plays like though, but I'm going to have to give it a go soon. I've been a bit busy playing some games on my Switch lately. But I will get back to playing this and see how it compares to the Xbox version. I do, of course, mean the original 2005 Xbox version, not the new one. And see if it's any good. Because if so, being able to play it on the go will be epic. And it's complete. And was something like £3, which is, as long as it plays like the Xbox One, a bargain, to be honest. Especially given how much the Xbox One is. But yeah. Star Wars Battlefront 2. Where you just, what, I think 16 on 16, 18 on 18, one or the other, and you go to wipe the other team out and take the command posts in Star Wars. It's fun. It's a great game. Star Wars fan, highly recommend. Working backwards, we got some Miso Retro Games. Bought 2 games, one of them just 64, so I will hold that off. I also bought one second. 3 N64 games in Basildon, so they'll also be in the other video. So, alongside the 64 game, I bought Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy for Xbox 360. The first 360 game I bought in a while, and I think this was the only Lego Star Wars game I'm missing for the console. Although I did pick up an American version July last year at the gaming market, thanks to Big Game Owl. Big Game Owl. Just so the captions pick it up correctly. If you know what I mean, then good. If not, you'll be left to wonder. Anyway, yeah, this one is based on the original 3 films, so A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. You go through the films, Star Wars, as Lego. These games are fun. Probably better than Skywalker Saga. So much humour, so much Lego ingenuity brought in. Gotta love it, to be honest. And also, best of all, you can mix and match costumes, so you can have Darth Vader in Leia's bikini, which is what everybody really wants to see. Although, scary, I had that idea on one of the other ones. I think it's the Complete Saga. Even before I saw it was on the back of this. And I saw it was on the back of this when I got the PC version last year, year before. So, I had that idea a long time ago. So, who knows what that means for my imagination. It's probably pretty messed up in there. And also, if you've heard my GTA tales on Desert Island Games on Retro Bears channel or the TMP podcast, that'll probably make a lot more sense as well. Anyway, this game was £5. The 64 game was 22. He did 25. So thank you very much for that, Miso Retro Games. I would also like to say happy birthday to Miso Retro Games, who had their first birthday over the weekend just been. I think maybe yesterday, I believe. Great shop. If you can get down there, I would. It's highly recommended. It's based at Barleylands Craft Village in Billericay. So yeah, recommended. And I will share the 64 game soon. This game will do till last. Okay, one last game I picked up on that day, which was picked up at Chelmsford for £2 because I saw it and I thought, you know what, this is me. I've just said about the mess of GTA stories. This game confirms it. It is Big Mother Truckers 2, Truck Me Harder. Yeah, that's what it's called. Look. Truck Me Harder. I mean, let me read the description to you. Well, rather some of the features. Arcade racing for a sprawling hick state country with trucks. That's cool. All new special missions. Take mother truckers out of trucks into a variety of different vehicles. Okay. New threats to truckers, including alien probing and drunken hobos. Now, if there's any game that you can tell would be for me, that clinches it. As I said, if you know the GTA stories, this will make perfect sense to you. If not, probably better for you that you don't know. But yeah, it's a trucking game with drunken hobos and alien probing. Sounds fun. This was, I think, £2 in CX in Chelmsford, so there. I think it's on Xbox as well, maybe GameCube. Can't remember, I'll have to have a look. But I believe the first one has 7+ rating, this has 16, so yeah. Interesting. I actually picked up other bits that day, apart from the 64 games, which I believe includes some manga. I'm going to do a manga pickup video soon as well, by the way. Maybe throw some anime in. And I also picked up some DVDs, which I hadn't done for a while. In fact, what's convenient is there's been a few Star Wars games, if you may have noticed. Some Star Wars DVDs will be included. And this was not intentional, I promise. It was also Star Wars Celebration weekend at the London XL in London. So basically Star Wars Comic Con Europe. And it's just pure coincidence, I promise you. But, talking of XL Centre quickly, slight sidetrack. Friday, May 26th, I will be at London XL Centre myself, where the Star Wars celebration was held, for MCM Comic Con. Woo. This is like my big day out each year, really, Comic Con. May and October, and the next one's coming up, and I bought my ticket yesterday. So, I will definitely be there on the Friday. So, yeah. If you go in, let me know. If you see me, come say hi. But yeah, can't wait for Comic Con. Anyway, Monday, Easter Monday. Took advantage of the bank holiday, sort of. Went and traded more stuff into CX. Got 107 credit, I think. I still have 82 of it. I spent 25. And that £82 is being put towards a copy of Pokemon Black and Pokemon Pearl for Nintendo DS, which apparently Southend had. And then it turns out they only had the cartridges and someone must have stolen the cases. So, why they weren't behind the display unit, especially Black, which it normally is, I don't know. So, fail on CX's point, or their part rather. So, yeah, but I've got the money for when I see it. And I think there's a few CXs nearby, Basildon, etc., that have it. So, hopefully, I will have Black and Pearl for DS within the next week or two. Anyway, my partner advised me they had one other game in, which is one I had actually been keeping on my eye out for. So, I grabbed that. And this is for the Master System, which is another system I've not picked up for. I was also going for a full set of that, but I decided to stop that because of space constraints, because of money constraints. It's like going for that, the Wii U I was going for, and 64. It just wasn't going to happen. So I decided to focus on the 64 because I think for the price of all the games, it's one I'd get the most enjoyment out with. As I said, it's my favourite console, and I've made a hell load of progress already on it. But I still have a Master System collection with quite a few games and a lot of the ones I want. And there's 3 games I want in particular I'm aware of. One of them is Sonic Spinball, one of them is Dr. Robotnik Beam Machine, which is annoying because they're both expensive. The third one was another Star Wars game, also picked up on Celebration Weekend. And this is Star Wars, which, in case you haven't guessed, is about Star Wars. In particular, the first film. Although I do not remember a scene where Luke climbs inside the sandcrawler and starts shooting Jawas. Or goes in a cave with green goo falling on him. I don't remember them scenes unless they're in like the 1997 extended cut, which is impressive and must have been based on this because this came out in 1993. Yeah, I think they took some liberties here. I think the SNES one also has a sandcrawler level with Luke thinking about it, but I haven't played that in a while. But it is purely based on A New Hope. So yeah, in fact, here's the cave with the goo. Oh, there's a scene from the Millennium Falcon and the next wing. So yeah, unfortunately it doesn't have a manual, but I've been after this game for so long, I don't really care. I just wanted the game in the box, and the case is good condition because I swapped it with another one I had. It wasn't bad, could have been better, so I swapped it. But yeah, I mean, it's a Star Wars game. It's got the music. It's even got the title, like the screen, like it has in Star Wars on the front, which is pretty cool. It's a nice rendition of the theme as well, actually. But yeah, the levels are a bit like, what? But yeah, there you go. Okay, 2 more games, which I picked up today on the day recording after trading some more games in. Literally, I've traded in so many games lately, it's ridiculous. And I got £58. I've got 28 left, so I spent 30. And that £28 is being put towards a 64 game in the CX near me and a copy of Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate for Xbox 360. Because I'm a Dead or Alive fan, so I want that. Anyway, the games bought today. One was £4, one was 28. So, big difference. The £4 game is Trivial Pursuit, Bet You Know It. And yes, I haven't got the stickers off yet. I said it's £4, and you basically bet on if your competitor knows the answer to a Trivial Pursuit question or not. So that could be interesting. It even advises of bad language, but I'm not sure if that's on the game or from you or your opponent when you lose. But it does come with classic Trivial Pursuit, so that's something. There's the inside. Shame the disc hasn't been based on like the wheel with the wedges in. That'd be quite cool. But yeah, Trivial Pursuit, Bet You Know It. Also have the original already. And the game I paid, well, I say paid, used credit for £28, Mario Party 9, which I found they had yesterday when I went in there, and they happen to have 4 of them for some reason. 3 like this, 1 with the classics, of course I went with the proper case, and it's got the manual as well, good condition. I actually had to swap the case, so the disc. First disc I was given was pretty good, apart from one small scratch like that, but it appeared to be deep. So I swapped it for this one. They gave this, which wasn't as bad, but they've given it a clean. It looks good now. So yeah, I think I've got like pretty much every Mario Party on main console now, bar 3, 6 and 7 I think. I've got like the rest of them up to 10, and I've got Superstars on Switch. Might get Super Mario Party, not sure. But yeah, I've played this before with my partner. I'm sure I'll play it again, which is why I wanted it. So yeah, 9 games there. Ones that I've acquired. Some through purchasing, some through trading in. I've still got the other 64 games which I traded in for. I've still got like credit for Dead or Alive and some 64 games and a couple of Pokemon games. So there should be more pickups soon. Just not sure when exactly or what they'll be. But by that, I mean, of course, fresh pickups. I'm not counting the 5 from people I know or the 664 games, which I've already mentioned earlier, which will also be recorded and go up on the channel this week at some point. Yeah. Let's just spend a couple of minutes just talking. So, I've sort of mentioned before, I have to minimize my collection a bit. So, I've been trading stuff in, like trading in, say, like 8, 9 games, coming out with 1 or 2. Yes, I made a lot of got games here, but a good third of it is for the 64. I've already accounted for that space. I'm not worried about that, and that's what pretty much the main focus of my collection in terms of a collection. collecting point of view. Yeah. Otherwise, it's like with these, for instance, traded these and traded in 11 games, I think. Got these 2, and I'm gonna get another 2, so I've cut down by 7. This is, as I said, partly for space reasons. Also because, how do I put this? I've got the collection, there's loads of games I don't play. It's like, if I'm going to have games lying around, I'd rather have games that I know I may well play one day, or I definitely want to play, or I think I would just like that one more. For example, this is probably going to sound controversial. One of the games I traded today was Street Fighter 2 Special Champions Edition for Mega Drive. I got £13 for it. I'm putting that as pretty much the whole credit to my Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate on Xbox 360, which sells for 15. I'm sure that sounds stupid. People will be like, why would you do that? Surely Street Fighter is better. And I'm not going to argue, it's a good game. And I don't mind playing some 2D fighter games. But personally, in my collection, I would rather have Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate. Not even because the case is like half the size, but because I know I'm more likely to play Dead or Alive. Because as a fighting game, I love Dead or Alive. As a series, I love Dead or Alive. I mean, I've got Castlevania like right there. And there's also more Dead or Alive coming soon as well. It's like, what would I rather just have sitting there as part of a collection? Street Fighter, which is going to look cool from a retro point of view, admittedly, or a game I know I'm more likely to play, and it's actually of a series I actually really like, and have actually built a fair collection of. It's no contest for me, really. It had to be Dead or Alive. Same as these other games, I've traded in some odd PlayStation bits, a couple of Sega bits, some SNES bits, etc. And these are all games I'd rather have, such as I said, Mario Party 9, which I'll probably play with my partner. The Master System Star Wars, even though I'm cutting down that system down. Star Wars is a series I love. That's why I've got so many games for it. I'd rather have that, and so on. So yeah, it is partly space reduction, but it's more about making my collection like games I actually really want. I really want to play that, or I know that I'm more likely to play it than the games I'm getting rid of, or I'm focusing on the franchises, the series that I really enjoy. So yeah, so that's what's happening here. So there's every chance you will see some of the stuff here behind me start to disappear. Not these shelves, these are my manga, Pokemon cards. They're not going anywhere. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Yeah, thanks for watching. The other 2 game pickup videos will be up soon. GeekMaster episode 4 went up earlier today. I've got a couple of bits for episodes 5 and 6. They'll be out soon, next week or 2. Got to catch up on a bit of time. So yeah, plenty of stuff coming. I said I've got DVDs from this day out. I'll probably do them at some point. I've got some manga, like 5 volumes maybe. I think I'm waiting on one. So yeah. Oh, also one more pickup video coming. Got some Japanese games for my Japanese Wii. These are exclusives to Japan, so I'll show them in a video as well. But yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm the GeekMaster, and may the geek be with you always.